Welcome to this tutorial. My name's Tracey and I'll make this little crab using art resin. I love art resin because it doesn't have any VOCs. Once I've stirred the resin for 5 minutes, I can start putting in my sand, and this is just white sand I purchased from the aquarium. You can just use natural sand, I've done that as well. And just putting in as much or as little sand as you like. As you spread it on, you may see that you need more, and that's okay because I always like to sprinkle my sand over it anyway, particularly once it starts to set, so then the sand is sitting on top and it doesn't all sink down. And now's a good time to place those shells on. I collected these from my local beach, so it's very special to me, and the tweezers are perfect for the tiny shells. And these white opal chips from Le Rez Expressions are just stunning. And as I said, I like to sprinkle my sand on, so there it goes. And as it starts to set, I will then sprinkle a bit more on later on. I let this sand layer dry overnight, and I mix my clear resin in this beautiful Peacock Green. It's so beautiful. It's from Le Rez Expressions. And it's such a stunning combination with electric blue from Le Rez Expressions as well. There it is, and it is amazing together. It has a really shimmery look to it. You might be able to see it here once I blend it in, but you can see that I did pour just a clear line of the clear resin first over the sand. That way some of the sand will still show through. Once you pour that resin, some of those little bubbles start to rise to the surface, which is great. So that means you just need to get your blowtorch and pop them. And you may need to do this several times throughout the piece. I really love the shape of this crab from a design perspective and an artist's point of view, but it's so fiddly to get all those sides done. And I will go back over them again when the resin starts to thicken up later on, because then it's more likely to stay on the edges, not run off. I will mention too, if you're interested in what tools that I use, I do have a free ebook and you can sign up to my newsletter. I'll leave that link in the description for you. And while I've been busy making this, my white's been sitting in the cup to thicken up, so I can start pouring it now, and you can see that I've put quite a lot on. I didn't actually want to put that much on, but I'll make it work. The lacing will, when the lacing kicks in, it'll kind of just thin it out and you'll see more of that blue underneath. But I can see that I'm blowing too much of that blue off, so I'm going to pick this up and just bring it back a bit. That'll do the job. And of course the blowtorch always helps to bring out that lacing and activate that what we love the most about the white waves, and that's all that frothy, beautiful lacing and cells. And I'm still not even sure if I made the right choice putting some white on those tips. When it dries, it will thin out. I know that's going to happen, so I'm not too concerned. But anyway, you've got to experiment. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.